know that if you don't win, you're not going to qualify. So it will be wonderful to see us get a goal or two or three so that the confidence and the momentum in the players will grow.
And in addendum, you have to give kudos to Osasukoro and Daniel Itodo from the flanks. Recall it was the cross from Osasukoro that brought about the only goal that Nigeria scored against Libya from the legs of Sunday Faleye. Emeka Tuloma too has not been bad. Pele, as Arabi Ali is called, ageless, but it's showing why he made it into the team. Clinicality has been our bane. We need to start converting our chances and heading into the knockout rounds. We can't be complacent or get lethargic against more formidable oppositions. Hopefully we should get the job done against Equitorial Guinea tomorrow, but going forward, Salisu Yusuf and the lads from Tony Okpotu to Peter Energy to all that support cast from attacking midfielders to center forwards, we need to start putting the ball in the net.
Okay, I agree with you. Like we just showed you, Zambia and Namibia still 1-1. Whoever wins that game will top the group. But let's really listen to our man, Irene Avon, was able to catch up with the coach of the team, talking about Salisu Yusuf, captain of the team, Ikechukwu Ezenwa, at the press conference that's going to herald the game that was done today. So let's take a listen. The coach of the team and the captain having their say before that big game tomorrow.
I think the most important thing is for the group is not how many goals we score, but the most important is to qualify. We want to qualify for the quarterfinals, and we are focused to that. And we know before we do that, we need to score goal. But the number of goals doesn't count much because the important thing is to qualify to the next group first. It's going to be a tough game like any other game because at least they play for pride, for their own careers, and they're going to come fighting, you know, and we're going to fight back too. So it's a very important game because it's the game that will take us to the quarterfinal as group leaders.
We, the players, already we've motivated ourselves, but I think that one is a plus to the team because it's very important when you're in competition. The focus is for you to go to the next stage. And as you can see, we have a game left against Equatorial Guinea, which is very important. And myself and my colleagues know the importance of the game. So presently now, the focus is for tomorrow's game, how to make 180 million Nigerian proud by winning that game and top the group. That is the most important thing now in the camp.
All right. Everybody in a confident mood ahead of that game. Super Eagles coach Salisu Yusuf is expecting a tough game. I like the guys have said. I mean, some will say, I mean, what's in it for Equatorial Guinea? Probably should just go there and play dead. But then again, they might just want to play for pride. But we should be ready for whatever they throw at us.
Absolutely. I mean, playing for pride can be very dangerous because, I mean, these guys are going to go into the football field without any bit of pressure on them. Already eliminated. After this game, we're back to our country the next day. So we might as well go in there and play for some contracts. I mean, the European transfer market is still open, so we might earn some contract there in Europe. And it can be very dangerous when you play against opponents like this because they come into the field and play with a lot of excitement, and you never can tell if you're complacent, if you start getting lethargic and sloppy, they might make you pay. But the Super Eagles have got their work cut out. They know exactly what they need to do in this game. They need to go out there and beat Equatorial Guinea. And the only way to do that is make sure that in the final third, you're a lot more incisive. I mean, when they get to the final third against Libya, I saw them, Sunday Faleye, great player, absolutely fantastic player. But I saw him in positions where he had an opportunity to run at the fullback. Either he was leaving the ball behind, he was making the wrong choice or crossing the ball, and he wasn't quite good enough. And so in the final third, they had to find a way to be able to show that composure. Because once there's composure, I've seen Anthony Okpoto, and he's been a shadow of himself. And you also have to be honest and say that he hasn't even got the service, because if the service is on the table, trust Anthony Okpoto, the Panther, he will put it away. He hasn't had that kind of service. Rabi Ali has not been that really sparkling, in that sparkling form that we know he can be. The players are, I don't know if it's the weather, I don't know if it's the pitch, but they need to find a way to find that composure, because once they do, they're going to beat teams left, right, and center in this tournament because I've seen them. I see a lot of talent and quality in the side. But tomorrow shouldn't be a big deal, in all honesty. Just go there and do a job, and let's see where it takes you.
All right, let's talk about Antonio Porto a little. Strikers get a stick when they don't score. But, I mean, how do you rate the contributions of a striker? Is it only when he gets the goals or, you know, the overall contribution, hold-up, play, assist? I mean, do those things matter? Then again, if a striker is robbed of service, do we expect him to snatch the ball and score?
And do a George Okpongwe?
Well, hold-up play, assist, possession, and the likes pale in comparison when you start banging in the goals.
Okay.
Goal is the name of the game football, and you need to start scoring. You are top 9. You finished as the NPFL top scorer last season. You got into the team with a lot of expectations. You may want to say maybe the supplies have not been coming into the final third. But when he did get there, clinicality was their bane. They didn't do well. We've seen Sunday Faleye, who has been quite exciting. Yeah. Yes, a little bit of a profligacy here and there, but eventually he accounted for the only goal we've scored in this tournament. And he's still doing quite better than even Tony Okpoto, because at some point in the game against Libya, it was taken out. Mustafa Ibrahim Venyimba was brought on, and the game changed. From Rabiu Ali to Ifeanyi, who for me too hasn't been doing too well. Maybe Dayo should replace him, Dayo of Sunshine Stars, because Dayo for me is quite good as well, trying to get the ball from the middle of the park into the final third. Whenever he gets it, convert. That is what you need to do as a striker. But thus far, he hasn't done too well, but the potential is there for him to get a spark and hit the ground running from tomorrow against Equitorial again, and hopefully from the quarterfinals. All
right, let's get ahead of ourselves a little. Aside Nigeria, which other teams have you seen in this tournament? Let me start with Iniobong. Which other teams have you seen? Of course, any competition Nigeria plays, Nigerians expect Nigeria to win. But, okay, I'll just let you hold your thought, and we'll go on the break. When we return, I'll allow Iniobong tell me the teams that they found, aside Nigeria anyway, the teams that he fancies that could win the 2018 African Nations Cup. Let's go on this break, and we'll return for more Sports Tonight.